let's try it again. This is Life in the Piedmont in Virginia. If you're new here, thanks for being with me. My name is Tina, and I live in the Piedmont of Virginia. And I do a lot of cooking from scratch. I do dehydrating, preserving food. We live on a 3-acre little homestead. We have some chickens, 2 goats, and I do gardening. And today I was tackling and doing some spring cleaning because it needed it in this room desperately. This is the room I've been planting my seed in, and so it was just dirty and it just needed to get done. I went to share that I was on a live, and then when I did that, it knocked me off, so I had to restart the live. So I do apologize. And as I was saying, if you could share this live out, I'm having a snack. Some cheese, Swiss cheese. If you could share it out and give a thumbs up, that would be great. I think I'll sit and eat and wait for a few people to come in. It's so beautiful out. The wind is just blowing. I think I need to water my aloe plants over there. I do. I think they need to go out. I think they need to get started. So, anyhow. What are you doing today? It is Good Friday today. Do you have plans this weekend? I'm waiting for a few people to show up. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. So I'm just gonna keep rambling along until people show up. There's nothing like talking to yourself, right? Hopefully once I get myself fueled, I'll get some more energy in me. I got 2 boxes of donations ready to take down the road. Lots of books. So that will be to get out of the house. We've really just been getting rid of a lot of stuff. It's been so great to just declutter and clean. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Whoever you are, thank you. And I am just, hey, Bella and Company. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Hello. If I said that right, I hope so. You hear the wind? Oh, it feels so good. You might be able to see in the back there, I have my plants up there. They are hardened off. Hey, Teresa, welcome in. And Matt, hey, welcome in. My plants are hardening off. And not much, just taking a break from doing some cleaning. It's a lovely day here. I'm in the Piedmont of Virginia, and it's just a lovely day here. And I got everything opened up. I'm having a snack. And yeah. And I was just showing everybody, if you guys have not tried these fried pickles by Utz, see if you can find them because they're absolutely delicious. Hello, welcome in, Mystery Man. Hey. Thank you, Teresa, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit, each room, not every day, but when I feel like I need to go in and start cleaning up a few things. And this is the room where I do a lot of my seeding and stuff, but it's being turned into like a little bakery area. So I needed to disinfect it and clean it and everything like that. And so yeah, so I did this room, I swept, I cleaned out the refrigerator, I scrubbed the floors, I scrubbed other things, and so it's fresh, it's clean. So I'm gonna just refuel myself, as I said, and see what I may do next. You know, sometimes I have, Matt, this is a live video, but sometimes I will do live videos out in my garden. sometimes I will do live videos in my kitchen when I am cooking or baking something. Yes, thanks for. So, anyhow. Anyhow, that is that. So I'm just sitting here, like I said, taking a break. And just hanging out, seeing who comes here. And you're welcome, Matt. Thanks for being here and being kind. So I appreciate it. If people in my life, just, you know, I won't respond to somebody that is, doesn't have nice things to say or infers certain things to me or whatever like that. I just, yeah. So thank you so much. The one and only Nicole, welcome in. Thanks for being here. I don't know who you're talking to, the one and only Nicole, but my name is not Richard. I am a woman, so my name is Tina. You can refer to me as Tina. So anyhow, yeah, so it's just a beautiful spring day here. Hanging out, getting things deep clean, got laundry done. And then I'm gonna probably load up the vehicle and go downstairs, or go down and donate my boxes, books and stuff to the store, and then figure out what I'm cooking for dinner. And then we have church tonight, so, because we have a good fire at church. Hey Diane, blessed Good Friday to you. Can you hear that wind again? Whoa. I hope my plants can survive the wind, but it's good for them. So, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. And I just wanted to jump on, give a little chat, see how long I can stay on here and chat with everybody. Hey, is it Shada? Shada? Is that how you say your name, Shada? If I said right, welcome in and thank you for being here. So, this is a chat. We're just chatting. Do you have traditions on Easter? Do you celebrate Easter? And if you do celebrate, what are some of the traditions you and your family do? Yeah. Yeah, we church, Diane. Hey, the amazing fry man, welcome in. Yeah, our church puts on a cantata for Easter, which is basically a bunch of different songs singing about Easter, right? We're pertaining to the resurrection in that. So it should be really good. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I planned on cooking, but not everybody around, and it's just gonna be my husband and I. So I will probably not do the big dinner and wait for everybody to come back and then do a big dinner like in a week. No big deal. My husband and I will keep it really simple and light. Yeah, we're just not sure yet. I'm just not sure yet. So, anyhow, that's it, really. I know it's getting hungry after the cleaning. You know that feeling like, oh, you better eat something. So I'm having coconut yogurt. It's made with coconut milk. It's vanilla. And I love it. There's just too many sugars in here and carbs. So, and I'm making it healthy because I'm eating my chips, so. I filmed a video today. My friend Susan over at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, she is doing an open collaboration. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to participate, it is about spring cleaning. And it's really just to motivate people and encouraging people, because it's never fun, but maybe when you see other people do it, it will help motivate you to get into your own house or to a space that maybe you have just put off, like, and you know that needs to get done. I have a space in my dining room because we've done a lot of reorganizing in the house and moving things, but there is a space there that I need to attend to. So now that I have a bookcase, I think I'm gonna move that over and use the bookcase to host a lot of my cookbooks and stuff that I use. So yeah. So anyhow, yeah. So what are you doing today? Let me know in the comments below. What are your plans for today? What are you doing today? Sometimes I like to hear and read what you're all doing today. Oh, that's nice, Diane. Very nice. Are you gonna cook anything? So yeah, we're still there. What we're gonna do, like I said, it's just gonna be my husband and me, and that's okay, right? So I may just pack us up a picnic, and we may go, you know, to a park or something like that, and just have a picnic. And weather's, again, the weather is just absolutely beautiful here. It's just amazing. It's not something where you need to be inside. You need to be outside enjoying ocean and just enjoy it all. So, yeah. Anyhow, I have, one of the things I was going to do today was go out to my garden, and I still may, I'm not sure. I was gifted 2 elderberry cuttings, and I need to go out and dig them in the hole. But I think the first thing I want to do is I want to go down the road. I want to go to a nursery and get some good compost to put down in there before I plant them. And then I need to do my blueberry bushes that I have here that are growing. I need to make sure that the soil is good with the pH level there before I plant those. And I thought I had purchased a soil tester. And of course, I don't know what I did with it. Oh, that's nice, Diane. That's very nice. Sadly, my daughter had to go on a business trip and she had to leave today. So her and her husband, this morning, he went with her. And so they won't return until next week sometime. But when they get back, I just said, I'll wait on everything. You know, we're gonna have a ham and all that, and I'm just gonna wait on that. And, you know, do it when we get back. So, you know, I can certainly, you know, pack the picnic up for my husband and I and head out to a park where we can, you know, worship the Lord there, just reflect back on the day and what, you know, what took place and how we're forgiven and all of that. So the blood that was shed for us, all of us. So I don't, you know what I mean? Like I can, yeah. I think though when I was younger, I probably made more of a big deal out of things before I became a believer. And now, as I'm older, we get wisdom, right? Thanks for hearts and stuff. I appreciate you. We get, you know, we have that wisdom that we find what is more important. Just realize what is more really important in life versus Easter eggs and stuff. And yes, all that is fun when you have grandchildren and children. I'm not saying it's not. But your focus turns. Yeah. Yeah. And it's always that saying, right? If you had the wisdom you have now, back when you were raising your children, it'd be totally different. But, you know, so just one of those things. There's a lot of, I don't regret things. Of course I can't, because, you know, it's where I am today in my life. So I don't, exactly, Teresa. I don't sit there and go, oh, if I could have just done this. I don't live in the past. It is where it is, because I see where God was working in my life, even back when I wasn't with him. But I see clearly where he was and how he brought me to where I am today. And praise be, right? So I'm not gonna, I praise where I'm at now. So I'm thankful. These are also really good. I get these at Costco. You can get them at Target and that too, but they're Nature Bakery. They're one of the best little snacks. You know, they're relatively healthy. They're not so bad. There's still some things in here, but overall, it's a pretty decent bar. Yeah. And isn't that where we need to be for more, Teresa, is really just be more thankful about things in our life? It's so easy to get discouraged and yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's so easy just to become discouraged about things and wonder why things are happening. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a drink of water. That tasted good. That was good. So I was debating whether or not I should take my little greenhouse down in here. Oh, here's a question. I have a question. So last year, if you're a gardener out there, here's my question to you. Last year, at the end of the growing season, I had all these loofahs. So, you know, I peeled them and they've been sitting in my sunroom just drying. Are the seeds still good on the inside, or are those just no good because they've been sitting here drying out inside? Part of me wants to say they're still good. I guess I won't know until I try and grow one, right? I should probably, hey, stitching it up, thank you. Welcome in. I'm thinking they're still good. I should just try and like, I don't know, plant a seed and see what happens. They said it's supposed to get really windy here again. If it gets too windy, I'm gonna pull my plants in. So the majority of every seed I planted germinated this year. No, I mean, it gets really cold in here, so during the cold months they may have froze. I don't know, but I think they're still good. I have a ton of them. So my goal this coming week is to just get all of the seeds out of there and cut them up and start using some of them, and maybe even start selling them at the farmer's market next weekend. Because I'll have my homemade soaps. Trying to things this year at the farmer's market. We'll see. These potatoes are really addicting. Yeah. You know what I may do with it? I may use the paper towel method. Do you know what that is, Diane? Maybe I'll not. It's where you take a wet paper towel, put some seeds in it, fold it up, spray it again to make sure the seeds are moist. And you put it in a Ziploc bag and then put it away in like a dark place. And if it'll actually germinate your seeds in a couple of days. So there's a tip for you there. Thanks for the thumbs up and the love and the hearts, and I appreciate it. Now I already feel better now that I had some protein in me. I didn't realize I was that hungry. I only make breakfast every morning for my hubby and I, but this morning I got involved. When you get involved, all of a sudden, it's like you're not hungry, you're not doing anything, but focus in the room that you're cleaning, and that, and then when I finish the room, I'm like, oh, I think I need to eat, I'm hungry. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's one thing, you know what, Diane, to be honest, I have not saved tomato seeds yet because I'm not sure how. I thought it was this really, I have a book on it, but I thought it was this really hard, like this time consuming, you gotta rinse them and wash them and shush them and all this stuff. So I don't know when to pull the seeds out of a tomato. Do I let the tomato just over ripen on the vine? How do you do that? If somebody could tell me, I would love to know, because I want to try it. Because I've watched videos, and the one person that I watched, I'm like, oh, that's just so much work. How come I can't just let them over ripen on the vine like I do my beans or whatever? And the cucumbers, right? You want the cucumbers, you let your cucumbers go until they turn yellow. And then you can harvest from there and save your seeds. I don't know if you knew that or not. Exactly, Teresa. And that's where I just like, okay. And I have a book, but for some reason, I'm not comprehending it. Sometimes when things get a little too scientific there, I'm like, no, that's not my thing. But I'm gonna find I need to find my soil tester because I need to test. I have two, hey, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, I'm so glad you're here. I should have told you I was going live. I needed an admin in here earlier. You scroll through the comments and figure it out. But anyhow, yeah. I didn't know I was going live either. I'll be honest with you. I had just finished filming and I said, I'm gonna go ahead and go live now for a little bit. It was a hothouse tomato that I put in the window and forgot. I honestly didn't know what I was doing. And so we're talking about saving tomato seeds, and I'm just unsure about how to do that. So Diane was just telling me that it was a hothouse tomato that she put in the window and then forgot. So did it change color on you? Like how, does that make sense? Like, did it change color? Oh, that's great, Katrin, stitching it up. I appreciate that. That's so, like, understand when I let my beans dry out in the pod on my bush. I know that cucumbers, you let them go until, they turn like a yellow, they're good. Thanks, Teresa, for being here. I appreciate you. Happy Easter to you. I hope you have a nice time, whatever you do, if you celebrate it. I know how to do like the zucchini and the squash. It's the tomato ones I'm just not sure about, A plant was pushing out the skin. I see. The bees are out like you would not believe. I may take a walk out in a little bit to my garden when I'm done with the live. I might as well sit here and eat some more of these fried dill pickle potato chips because they're absolutely delicious. I haven't had that many, so I don't feel too bad. That's it, that easy? Do you have to, Jennifer, does the tomato have to be a certain color? Or is it something like if you pick, like if I had a tomato right now that I went out and pulled off my vine, could I take the seeds out of there and do that process, putting them in water, swishing them around, and then rinsing them and save those seeds? Would that work? Makes sense. Okay. So you don't want to pick them when they're green. You want to make sure that they're really ripe where they can almost fall off the vine when you go out to pick them. That makes sense. Thank you for that, Jennifer and Teresa and was it Diane? So thank you all for that. I appreciate it. So yeah, I've been on here for about 30 minutes. But what about, especially bell pepper? So the bell peppers need to be turning red before you can harvest and save the seeds. Information to know. I remember the first time I was like saving seeds from like green beans. I was new at saving seeds, and this wasn't that long ago. And I posted in this, and I won't use a name, but I posted in a gardening group. That person has a YouTube channel too, and I love that person because I know that it's not a reflection of that. But the horrible comments that people left at me for that, because I showed the seeds I was saving, I just thought, wow, tear somebody down. Like, I have thick skin and things don't bother me, but how about saying, hey, how old was your plants? Were these dried out on your things? And if I say no, then I would have learned something. But oh my goodness, they were laughing at me, and I thought, how rude. They even laughed at me, the group even laughed at me, and I told them, because they said, what kind of a garden journal you use? Well, I don't use the computer. I use pen and paper. And so from that moment on, I just stopped like posting in that group. That's good. Oh no, it's okay, but it's just, it's one of those things like, and maybe that's the teacher in me, right? That you're always told, you want to always make sure that your students are always comfortable asking a question or something like that. So no question is ever stupid. And it's something that I just always let my students know. I said, and even if I don't know the answer, we're going to find out together what that answer is. So never be afraid to ask that question or show me something, because I'm not going to lie. I mean, we're all learning. Never stop learning. So, once you, Jan, I've been thinking so much about you, my sweet friend. How are you? I didn't expect to see you. I figured you'd be on a break still. So I'd rather just surround myself with people, who are just more encouraging and helpful in that way. And if I make a mistake, I'll say, hey, you might want to try it this way, instead of just like bashing you for something that you just didn't really know. Everybody has to start somewhere, right? You didn't start off as knowing what you know now. You had to learn it. How are you, Jan? So, yeah. So I'm glad you're with your family. That is so important, Jan. Continued prayers. Yeah. But it's good to see you here, though. Day by day. I forgot what I was gonna say. So example, I've never grown blueberries. I've tried it, they died. Jan from Simply Jan's Homestead, if it wasn't for her going, hey, did you know that blueberries need a certain type of pH level in their soil and that, and you need to buy this, you need to buy something for that. So I didn't know that until she told me, and so I just recently got more blueberry bushes, and I was in Walmart, and I took a picture and I sent it to Jan. I said, hey Jan, do you think this would work for blueberries? And was kind enough and said, yeah, she thinks it would. And so those are just lessons that, you know, just as a friend, you just like, which is one of the things why I started. So I had a couple of, and I've mentioned this before, but I had a couple people ask me if I would teach them how to can. And I was like, you go watch YouTube. Like, there's so many people out there that can teach you canning, but they want like in person, which I understand because it's fun to get together with friends and you learn there sometimes. Thanks, Diane, for being here. Have a blessed Easter. Thank you. So anyhow, I was talking to Holly over at 50 Acre Homestead about it, and you guys, if you know this already, forgive me for repeating myself. And she goes, she started a women's in homesteading conference up in Ontario, Canada, and she said I should start a chapter down here. So I did. I launched it 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I have 40 members, and it's all women who are homesteaders or who want to learn, who have a certain skill. And we're going to be meeting for the first time next Wednesday. We're going to do a seed swap, and one of my former students is coming, so I'm excited to see her and her little girls. And I look forward to meeting the ladies and seeing what skills that they have and how can I glean from them and vice versa, because I wanna you know, encourage others too, that it doesn't matter. Yeah, well, I need to do my video for you, Jennifer. That's what I should be doing, to be honest with you. I need to get that, but it won't take me long. I should do it today. I've already filmed one video today, and maybe I'll do that video today. I wanted to be in the kitchen cooking, but it didn't work. You know, my videos, when I'm in my kitchen, that's when I get a lot of my views. But you know, there's another side to me. I want people to know, like, hey, I do gardening, and I'm doing some spring cleaning right now. Let's join in together and let's get it all done, right? My phone, it's our church group texting right now. Honey, it is supposed to be in the 80s, okay? It's supposed to be 83 tomorrow, which will probably make it a little warmer here. And then, like all next week, I notice it's gonna be in the 70s, which is one of the reasons why I have I don't know, can you see Jennifer out the window? Let me see, let me get over here. I have a couple of trays of my stuff that I've planted and germinated, and I'm hardening everything off out there. And I disconnected the heat mats. I don't think that, and I'll show you why. Because over there in the corner, if you can see over there, the greenhouse right there, it's right there, and the sun just comes in here. And what I found out was that when I have my heat mat on and the sun, it dries my soil out a lot quicker, and I've actually lost some tomato plants, which I was fine with, because by stitching it up. Have a great blessed Easter too. Thank you for being here. Jennifer, I think it's just like maybe me and you, maybe Jan, I'm not sure. But it's just one of those things where, you know, the soil just dried out, and I may have planted some seeds a little too early. I probably could have got away with planting or starting my seeds more in March versus like at the end of February. But you know when it first gets warm, are you almost there, Jennifer? That's what I mean, it's not my business. Is that American money? Is that American cash? Okay. I hope you're nearing that. I hope it won't be too much longer. So yeah, so Holly, they have different chapters around Canada, just FYI. It's not just all in Ontario. There's different areas of like that are there. But I'm glad you're here. I had somebody come in, she was calling me Richard, and I went on to the person. And then I said, I am not Richard. I am not a man. I am a woman. My name is Tina, and that's my name. So please stop calling me Richard. Yep. So, and the person knew very well. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I've been on here about 40 minutes. You know, it's hard to do a live. I'm gonna have to get somebody up here with me so we can talk. It makes it a lot. You know what I mean? Yes. Yes. Exactly. And what I'll do when I'm done here is take those boxes, put them in our truck, and take them down and get those boxes out of here for donations. And go find my soil tester. And let me see if I even have a soil tester. You know? I know. I pray that it does. You're able to get it, Jennifer. So I need all these sliding glass doors in here, inside and out. And the tracks get so dirty. Need to power wash it out is what I need to do. But like the ones on the inside, I'm not sure about those. So it's just, I'm sorry that it's still snowing there. I don't blame you, Jennifer. I don't blame you at all, because you know what? Like I always know that we can still get snow in April. Like I know that. I'm not. But this winter for me personally, it feels like it's been a really long winter, and I'm ready for it to be gone. And by the looks of the forecast, it looks like spring is really going to be here. So, well, my strawberries are in my, what is that thing called? Green stock behind me. I don't have many, but you know, I put them in there and they're flowering. They're doing quite well in there. And I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, and so the soil has to be a certain amount too. So they like that. And that's why I want to go test to see how much I should add, because I did get the pH lifter or put it down just so the blueberries enjoy that. So anyhow, that's really about it. I've done that. I've added the fireplace and I'm out because I haven't burned anything. It's all gone. I used it in all my beds. So I'm hoping I didn't overdo it. But it wasn't like, you know, I threw just like one or two handfuls in, probably two, depending on the size of the bed. Some of the beds a little bit bigger. Maybe I did, you know, 3. And then I just mixed that up really good, the dirt and the soil that I have. One of the things I need to do is, which I had started on, is that Monday? One day this week I was out in my garden. I was trying to do a live, and I planted all my lettuce and greens that I did, and then I started weeding because we had so much rain. All the weeds just came. So I weeded four of my raised beds, and I fertilized them again. Even though I did it in the fall, it's a granulated fertilizer, so it is a release. I threw more fertilizer in there and mixed that, tilled it all in with my hand and my shovel, and then watered those beds down really good, so the fertilizer can start releasing and doing its job. Even though there's nothing in there, I need the healthy soil. What I need to do is I need to go find a really good compost. And that's one of the things I'm gonna do at my gathering next week is I'm gonna talk a little bit about soil. And I want people, I wanna talk about all the soil that's out there on the market when you go into like Home Depot, Lowe's, the big box stores, and that it's really just a ploy to get you to buy the soil, and you don't need it because it all has the same ingredients. It's just a different label. Yep. Right, and that's why I doing it in the fall, and I do it. But I have a liquid emulsion that I'm gonna do when I plant my stuff. I will give them a good drink of all of that. But that's the one thing we're gonna talk about, soil. And by all means, I'm not an expert, but I do have knowledge from the year that I've been doing this, and by watching like Gary and that's a lot of my knowledge comes from that too, and reading, and people like you and people I met here on YouTube. So yeah, so I want to try and show them the difference between a good soil, a good compost, and a bad compost, and what you should be looking for. And don't be fooled by the big box stores, you know, raised bed containers, you know, or what's the other one? There's raised beds, there's rose soil, there's like all there. Hey Jamie, how are you? There's like all this different soils, right, for different things. And I say this, different things in quotes. And that's just not the case. They have the same ingredients in it. So I just want people to be aware of that, you know, when they're out shopping. And that I understand that people are intimidating by, you know, starting by seed. But I have to tell you, they're like $6 a plant. Oh, Jamie, it's beautiful. Jennifer has snow. I don't want to say too much about the weather here, Jamie, because I don't want to. She's snow on the ground, and it's like 40 there. You hear my roosters? Mm-hmm. Now, so I'm gonna I have enough tomato seeds to share. So I'm gonna bag up some tomato seeds for people. Nice. There's Heather here. Did Heather pop in? Hey Heather, hello, hello. Finally, some familiar faces, right, Jennifer? Well, there's a couple people here that I knew. Teresa, Diane, and then the Stitching Up was in here. How are you, Heather? So, Yeah. So that's gonna be my first thing. We're gonna talk about soil and we're gonna do a seed swap. Hopefully people bring seeds and I'll remind them. We're gonna meet at a park for 2 hours just to get to know each other. I wanna know where everybody's at in their skill level. Well, Heather, that sounds like fun, right? Just a tour, you gonna learn anything? Probably, well, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna learn something if you're on the tour. Jamie, good for you. My daughter wants reading again now that she's living back out this way. She's thinking of taking up lessons. That's awesome. Yeah, my daughter. She had her own horse in California and we couldn't bring it back here. So, awesome. That's awesome. So let me tell you guys, I don't have affiliate link, but I signed up for that website called Crafties. Have you guys heard of Crafties? Crafties? CRAFTSY. One of the I follow, they were giving like you could sign up for $1.50, and the membership is usually $100 for the year. And so I went ahead and signed up. You can go up there and search for any craft, any skill, something that you want to learn, and you can go up there and and learn something new. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we have room. We could put a horse over there, back in the back property. So, but then my daughter's like, yeah, but then I'll need to get a barn and I'm like, so, but you could have your horse, right? So, Jamie, how have you been? I haven't seen you around. Yeah, horses are expensive to have. They absolutely are. And they take work, and you have to, ouch, you have to work them right. Take care of them. I think that's a lot of things too. Like when people start talking about like homesteading and stuff, I'm very content with my chickens and my garden on my homestead. If I was younger, let me get real. If I was probably another 20 years younger and back in maybe my 30s, I'd probably would want maybe some cows and stuff. So, wow, that's old, Heather. Yeah. It's funny, my daughter's name was Mikey, and she trained him. She was the only one that could ride him. Nobody could ride this horse. And it was a love relationship from the beginning. And so she trained him, and he became a lesson horse at the stables. And what was so great is the horse, the owner of the ranch, Melinda, she gave Brittany the horse because Brittany would volunteer her time there so much with like the camps and cleaning out stalls, and she learned how to shoe the horse, the farrier and that. So Melinda gave her Mikey, said if you can train this horse, he's yours. And so she did. So that's okay. You know what? You don't have to, right? You go and enjoy it and love on a horse, and you just pay for the lessons and not have to worry about the other upkeep and all the medical bills that comes with it. Oh, let me show you something. I know these are bad, but oh my gosh, they're so good. Fried dill pickle potato chips. Go find you some. These are delicious. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, you should, Heather. Yeah, see? You never know. Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I love my chickens. I think they're fabulous. And it's a good source of protein on your farm, right? I am, I'm still working on the rest of my watch hours. They keep taking them away every day. I wake up, like I gain and then they take away. My loss was a couple weeks ago where they took 60 hours away. I'm like, whatever. So I'm gonna be on here almost every day. Yeah, I do my chickens. They're fun. I don't find them that difficult, you know, to upkeep. Yeah. You know, I don't even know if I could do that, to be honest, Heather, myself. Well, yeah. And one of the things my husband and I have always talked about, we would do it in the fall or in the spring, is that in Gettysburg, you can actually, the battlefield, you can go back tour, you can take a horseback tour through the battlefield, and we've always talked about doing that. Jamie, are you still working? So, actually, Heather, my daughter, and she's traveling today. She's actually headed to Oregon. She had to travel out to Oregon for her job. So her husband was able to go with her. So they're meeting some friends that will be in Seattle, I think, because their friends had moved out to like Vancouver, like Washington or something. So they're going to be able to see them and then make their way up. She has to be up into Oregon for a client. So, yeah. Well, you know, I have to tell you, Heather, that's funny that you just talked about that, a day in a life. Sometimes those are really hard to film, in my personal opinion, for what I do in the morning and during my day. So today I did another video on spring cleaning my room. They don't get the biggest views, but it's a video that I'm putting out. I wanted to do a cooking video for Easter. So I've done a live cooking, like I've done a cooking show. I baked, I did something, I can't remember. So, I forget what it was on, but I did. And I thought doing that was fun. Yay, Jamie. I need to get caught up. I think I've missed a couple of videos. I know I've got my collaboration coming up in May, and now, you know what, Heather, I think they're just changing a lot of things. If you haven't noticed, like just the way notifications are, or there's a lot of changes going on behind the scenes, and I think that's what it's about. I don't know, it's weird. I forgot what I was gonna say. Nice. Oh, my hot dog collaboration, that is it. Actually, I've got all this filled. So we should have some really great ideas. I can't wait. Do you have your notifications turned on in your settings? Like on your phone? I don't. I just know, like, go and see if somebody's put something up. Then there's the watch group that I'm in, right? We all know our buddy group. And so when I'm paired with somebody, it's just easier. Like, I go off of that and it's like, well, I'll get that watched. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I've almost been on here an hour. Thank goodness. it's so much. I'm gonna have to bring somebody with me because I can't do this on a daily basis when I have nobody to talk to. It's very hard to sit up here by yourself and just talk it. Today I had a lot to talk about, but not today. I only knew like 2 or 3 people that showed up until Jennifer showed up. And then the rest of you all came in, and now we've just all been chatting, which has been fun. So. Yeah, there you go, Jamie. You know, it's not that I don't care. I like to at least get I do like to put my video out once a week, but because I've been doing lives, I don't stress about getting that video out. But I do want to do one. I was going to try and do one for Easter. But I have a really cool one that I can't wait to share with you all. So, did you hear that wind? It's supposed to be windy. Oh, okay. We'll have to set that up. Well, but I'm working to the next level. Like, I need the 4K, Jamie. Time I get, like, I feel like reaching distance, they start taking hours away. It's a pain in the you know what. So that's why I said I'm doing lives every day. I am. Maybe not on the weekends, but unless I'm not doing anything else, but for this part, I'm really gonna try and do lives. I mean, for a while, what we were doing, so Jamie, you were on Monday, I was with you, and then, I was doing 3 lives a week, because I was Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? Yeah, because we had the sewing, we did the craft thing, Heather, Gail, and I, and then Gail and I did Wednesdays, and then Mondays we were with Jamie. That seems so long ago, doesn't it? Or is it just me? Oh, you're really close, Heather. You're closer than I am. But you've also have put up, like you'll let your camera out there like for hours. And I've tried doing that, but I use my phone. I just want it to fall over. Like right now it's so windy. And then I saw like Kathleen had one for like 10 hours. I know. Well, no, Jamie, I think the last live you did was probably the Sizzle and Serve giveaway, right? With Gail and I? Oh, you're almost there too, Heather. Yep, I know how you're feeling, Heather. So yeah. So, you know, I can't stress over it anymore, but I will get there, and that I will. And five-gallon buckets, fill 5 buckets with rocks and out the tripped in it. You tripped in it? Oh my goodness, Jennifer, are you okay? If you tripped, Jennifer, are you okay? Yeah, I know, and that's okay. I probably need about like another 460 hours till I reach that next level. So it's coming. It's just Heather. It's just every time you feel like you're gaining some ground, they take it away, and it's just frustrating. They don't make it easy. Hey, have fun, Heather. You should do a video, talk about it. Have a great time, enjoy. So I've been doing my lives, as you can see. I've just been using the YouTube Live app because the StreamYard, you know, I thought they reset your hours after a certain amount of time, and I'm concerned about deleting any of my past lives, that it would be taken away from my hours, and I don't want that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, it's been good. I don't have, you know, it's all been good. So, but I have been on here. I've been on here an hour, so I think I'm gonna go. Because I just can't, you know, I can't sit here. It's just time that I take away from my day and the things I should be accomplishing inside or outside. Oh, put your tripod in it. Then the camera won't fall outside of your lives. Good idea. I was like, you tripped? You tripped over? Oh my goodness, Jennifer. I couldn't read that. That's a great idea. So when I'm outside, like I'll bring it out and I'll do that. I'll see, I think I need new glasses, I think. Sometimes. I get so tired of wearing glasses, you know? But like right now, like I can't read anything there. There, now I can see better. I know, right, Heather? Or Jennifer? I'm calling you Heather, I'm so sorry. Thanks, Jamie, you're too sweet. But I've got 2 boxes of fun stuff to take to the thrift store, mostly books. And so, yeah. Well, let me tell you, there was just some characters, let's just say, that showed up and I just wasn't sure about them. So anyhow, I think I'm gonna call it a day on here. Thanks for popping in. Everybody have a blessed Easter, whatever you do. I hope your weather warms up, Jennifer, in Canada. And I may be going live again this weekend. I don't know, but right now I don't plan on it. But you just never know. If I do, I'll text you all, okay? Be blessed. Good to see you, Jamie, too. We miss ya. Take care, everyone. Bye.